Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. I know I've been away, I'm sorry. I have no excuses, I haven't made a video for a while. So there might be a cluster or I might stagger them, I haven't decided yet, but I am recording several videos now. So yeah, get straight into it. What should I start? Which one should I start with? I'll start with what I've made recently. Yeah, not a huge amount. I'm working on quite a big project, which I've left downstairs, as I always do when I decide to record more than one thing at once. But basically, I'm making like a baby cocoon in the shape of a star, and I'm kind of I'm kind of going off a pattern, but at the same time, I'm kind of like making part of it up myself, as I do, because I'm not very good at sticking at patterns. If I'm perfectly honest, I tend to mess around with them a little bit anyway. But yeah, so what I've made since I last saw you, I've made 2 more dishcloths because apparently I'm addicted to making these, and I don't know about everybody else, but I can't seem to watch something without making something at the same time. And I know a lot of you will be with me on this one. I've been watching Game of Thrones, and I find that when you're watching Game of Thrones, you kind of need to watch Game of Thrones because things happen so quickly and you can just miss things in like a blink of an eye. So these have been perfect for just sitting, staring at the TV and still crocheting something. I like to keep my hands busy. So yeah, I made 2 of those. Did you hear that? Just chucked it. And then I made this one, which was out of the Drops Cotton, just because I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I'll be honest, I hated sewing all the ends in. Why I decided to do this, I have no idea, because if you've been with me for a little while, I hate sewing. Hate sewing. But I'm actually really pleased with that. So I will probably just suck it up and do another one. You're a bit wobbly, I'm sorry, we're on the bed again. Very tired. But yeah, so that was that one. And then the last 2 things that I have made have been from the same web page. They have loads and loads and loads of variations of these guys, and I love them all. They're all so cute. In fact, I've just put in, well, not just, I've just received a yarn order because I wanted to make some of the items and I didn't have enough of any of the colours, if you could believe it, with my growing stash out of simple colours like black and white. Anyway, I made this one, and this is, I think they're called the Cuddle Me or Love Me, something like that, but again, I'll link everything below as I always do. And I really like this guy, but I am quite tempted to pull the eyes out and sew the eyes on because I'm not overly loving the placement. That's the elephant. And then the other one that I made, which I don't know why, I just couldn't resist it, is the fox, because it's even got a little tail, and I love the tail. I'm a sucker for things like that. The one thing I did not like about this one, surprise, all the sewing. In fact, you could have left all of that off and it still would have looked just as cute. And I think I probably should have put a bit more stuffing in the trunk. And I don't know, tell me, do you think the nose looks like a bit too long? I don't. It's still really cute. But yeah, so those are all of my finished objects. That's all I've really done. I'm sure there's something else, I just can't think what. It will come to me. But yeah, like I said, I will link all the patterns below. I did have a couple of issues, I'll be honest, with these guys, because what you do is you make the head and the arms and the nose and the ears separately, and then you make the legs separately, and then you don't cut the yarn after you've made the second leg, so you then start crocheting from like here up. And when I was doing that, my stitch count was slightly off, so I had to fudge it a little bit just to get the stitch count back to how it should have been. And I don't think you can tell, but yeah, so that happened with that one. And with this one, I don't know if you can see, it looks like it's got, that leg is longer than that one, and again, I think that was just from the way that it then got put together up here. That side should have had an extra row, which it didn't account for, and you had to turn the feet out which made things a bit complicated when you were counting. But other than that, really, really lovely patterns. And like I say, they're, as you can see, if I show them from the back, they're pretty much identical. The only thing that changes is this one has a tail, this one has a trunk, and the ears are different. So a really, really lovely base for a menagerie of animals. Like there's pandas, which is the one that I really, really want to do. There's, I think there was a pig, a hippo. There's a hippo in a tutu. So I really want to do the hippo in a tutu. So yeah, hundreds and hundreds, well, tens of different animal combinations. And I reckon, you know, you could turn that into a cat, couldn't you, if you wanted to? Or a dog. You know, loads and loads and loads of different variations that you could pull off with that pattern. So yeah, really, really, really thrilled with these, and they're free, and I think that's amazing to have something so cute that is a free pattern. But like I said, I think I am going to attempt to pull the safety eyes out and sew some eyes on, and then they could sit in my friend's nursery because she's having a baby in December, hence the baby cocoon that I'm making as well. I've suddenly gone on a baby crochet rush, what can I say? But yeah, I thought they'd be really cute, wouldn't they, all sat on a shelf or stood on a shelf. So yeah, so that is everything that I have made recently, except for one thing that I'm going to show in a different video, because I have been working on another pattern and I'm really, really pleased with it, and I think you guys will like it. I will put a warning at the very beginning of the video because some people might not. But yeah, that's it for now. I will see you in the next video.